first hospital came about by the generous heart of one man in England. He heard about the lives of the missionaries, the LMS, in the Delta, and he gave a gift to buy a boat for the missionaries to travel around the villages in comfort. The missionaries agreed that the boat would be very nice, but the much more important was the need for a hospital. And so a boat became a hospital. Kapuna was built. Locals and volunteers built it together. And these 70 years, many lives have been saved. In 1954, Doctors Peter and Lynn Calvert came. In these years of service, they became old, and the hospital also became old. Many questions were asked as to the future. Was there a future or a hope for such hospital in the bush? It was a question that many asked and many said no, but only God had the answer. This is the story of the new hospital building.
Hi, my name is Marshall Mccain. I am from the United States of America. Came here to Papua New Guinea 2 years ago to be a part of the Kapuna Hospital Rebuild Project. I came with my wife and our 4 children and came here. We received the call through a friend to come build a hospital in the end of the world. And it was, I've been on teams that have built hospitals in America, but thought, how do you build a hospital where there's no roads and it's in the middle of the jungle and all these questions? And I found answers. First, Vinen told me that we get a barge every month from Total. Well, that's been a huge blessing to the project. The barge, it comes once a month, and we offload as much as 150 plus tons per month. Huge undertakings. The next thing we needed was an offloading pontoon, and Vinen and Lise and others, Craig, had engaged one of the biggest construction companies in Papua New Guinea, Curtin Brothers, to give us at a very discounted price a refurbished floating pontoon. So the Total barge could now pull right up to the pontoon and make these huge barge offloads possible. And the barge offloads are all manual labor. Every bag of cement handled offloaded by hand. So thank you to Total for the barge. Thank you to Curtin Brothers for the pontoon. Many believe this project was too ambitious, too difficult for Kapuna Hospital to pull off, especially to self-build. Well, out of the gate, Vinen and Lise reached out to one of their friends in the Netherlands, Reuben, an architect, and he graciously agreed to come to Kapuna, and he did the design documents for free. And those design documents got us the approvals we needed with the Department of Health and the Department of Works. So next, the decision was made that we couldn't self-build the whole project, just too much, so we would reach out and get contractors to do the main works. Well, we did the tender exercise, and contractor bids came in well over budget, and the project couldn't continue as envisioned with the budgets the way they were with the contractor build approach. So we had the team to self-build, and we went back and made our case to PNG Australia Partnership Incentive Fund, and they believed us. Thankfully, they gave us the green light. And so we set off on our venture to self-build a major hospital rebuild in the remote jungles of Papua New Guinea. And we've done it. We're nearing the finish line. We've rebuilt the hospital, and it's a beautiful hospital. It's been an amazing benefit to the local communities. So many people, hundreds of people have been employed over the last 2 years of this project. Cooks, you name it, boat drivers, several different local sawmills. We've worked with them to get locally produced Quila timber, sand we've quarried locally, just the list goes on. Another benefit to the community from the IF project is our Jesse program. It does training and outreach here at the hospital and to the surrounding communities to support families and communities and help with violence and abuse situations to bring justice and healing. Lots of opportunities for the local community and lots of benefit for local build through the self-build approach. So, thank you. From start to finish, this project has been a family adventure. We decided to come as a family, and we've really grown as a family. My kids have been in the cockpit of a bush plane flying over remote parts of Papua New Guinea. We've made many new and interesting and amazing friends and people we've got to meet here. And I think it's just been an opportunity for my family to see that there's so much and beauty in God's creation that we can explore and so much to do. And so it's really opened that up for our family.
Look what I found. Do you remember this? It's a lamp. It's one of the old lamps that we used to use when I was small.
That's right. They're very useful lamps, they were too. We used them for a long time.
Yeah,
We had electricity.
When did we get the first generator? Because I remember a generator coming in. Was it very long after you were here, or
Quite a long time after
quite a long time?
yeah.
When we had a generator.
Yes.
And now we have the new hospital with solar power.
Solar panels.
Isn't
the
that
ultimate.
wonderful?
We have the best one in the world.
Yes, absolutely. And thank you to SIL for supplying the expertise to come and put our solar panel in.
We certainly are so grateful to all the people who put light in the hospital.
Light in the
Free, cheap light.
Isn't that wonderful? And
Isn't
we have
that wonderful?
24-hour power, whether
Yes.
we want it or not.
Yeah, and you can turn the switch on, it'll go on. Oh, no, don't want to go on, it's daytime. It just goes on, and it does.
Isn't that amazing?
Isn't that amazing?
That's really great. Well, I just thought you might like to go and have a look at these things down in the hospital sometime.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right. Only it's a long walk.
It's a long walk for you, but maybe we can push you in the wheelchair and you can go through and have a look at all these fancy new things that people have donated and
People
helped us
have
with.
been so generous, and money has come forth too. And people have helped with that as well as with gifts. And I'm so grateful and thankful for our good new hospital.
Can you see the generator, old generator there?
Yeah,
Do you remember the old generator shed?
yeah.
And do you remember using the lamps? in the
Yes,
old
kerosene
days?
lamps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now we've got solar power.
Yes,
So
isn't
see all
it
the
terrific?
solar
I can
panels?
see all the panels on the roof. Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that
Terrific,
wonderful?
terrific, yeah.
Let me introduce myself. I'm Valerie. I am the daughter of Dr. Lynn, who you saw earlier, and Dr. Peter Calvert, who have worked at Kapuna for many, many years. A few years ago, I came back to PNG, actually 14 years to be honest. 14 years ago, I came back to work again at Kapuna Hospital. At that time, the old hospital was here. And as you've seen from the layout of this hospital, the layout is very similar to the old hospital, which is how we traditionally love our hospital to be, where it's a unique layout, but inside everything is different. Where I'm standing in front of what will be the new operating theatre. It's going to be state-of-the-art with beautiful overhead lightings, proper theatre lights with air conditioning. We have never had proper air conditioning at Kapuna ever before. This is all going to be very exciting, and gradually our facilities are coming up to become what they call level 4 standard facilities in Papua New Guinea. I would like to take this opportunity to say thank you from the very bottom of my heart.
Hello, my name's Laura Taylor and this is my husband Jono, and we are from New Zealand but we've been living in Kapuna for the last 2 years. I'm one of the primary school teachers at the school and Jono is the site manager of the hospital rebuild.
So we heard about Kapuna a long time ago. My grandfather used to live here 50 years ago. He was the circuit minister for this region. So my mum actually grew up in the same place that we're living now, which is pretty cool to be back and living in the same place that she grew up in, so that's really nice. So yeah, as Laura said, I've been working as the site manager for the hospital, so been managing the teams and making sure that we're sticking on schedule and yeah, all's going well. So it's been a really big job, but it's been a really awesome job and something really incredible to be part of. And yeah, it's a really wonderful place. So also this last year we just got our solar installed on the roof of our hospital, so that's been really exciting. We no longer have to run the diesel generator to get power, we're just purely running off the sun, which is incredible. So we're really thankful for that. Also work with local teams, so all of our guys have come from the surrounding villages and it's been a real blessing and privilege to teach them and work with them and learn their way of life and their custom, and so it's been an incredible journey and experience for both of us.
I'm Sarah, surname Omaro. I'm from Arava, and I was born in 2000 March 1 in Kapuna Hospital. Before, the Kapuna was different and now was different. We are very excited to see the hospital, and also our people will came and get good medicine because of the hospital. And I came in 2019 to join Kapuna training. So this is my 2 years of being a Kapuna training hospital worker. Helpers. So we are very thankful to have hospital in our place, and we are very proud to see that many new buildings in our places. And also I'm very excited to be in this path, and I learned many new things. Before I don't know anything, but now we can do anything.
it's really awesome to say that all of our trainees have now graduated a 2-year training program, and really cool to see these guys learning great skills and things that they'll be able to take on with them for the rest of their life and hopefully find more employment later.
Jasper and Danielle Dijkema. We came 1 year ago all the way from the Netherlands to Kapuna together with our daughter Nora. And I work as medical doctor in a hospital together with Dr. Valerie. We are the 2 doctors in Kapuna Hospital. And Danielle is physiotherapist, and she is the first physiotherapist in the history of the hospital.
I help children with development problems, or when people come here after an incident and when they cannot walk or sit or have knee problems or back problems, then we start physiotherapy. And maybe a nice story to share is about small girl, Julie. She was 5 years old and she came here really sick. She had needed help by everything. She had TB meningitis, so we started first medication, and we also started physiotherapy, and we started with exercise in bed, and after some weeks we saw really nice improvement. So I asked one of the work guys to make special walker for her. We only had wheelchairs and walkers for adults, but nothing for children. And the work people fixed that, and so we started exercise with the walker. And the really nice thing was that after some weeks he walked around in the hospital with the walker, and we sent her to home after some months. And some weeks ago there was a medical patrol in this village of the small girl, and we meet there again. And now she can walk and jump and play with the children, and she can do everything. I am really thankful to work here as physiotherapist and to make with God a change in life of people and to help them by the rehabilitation process.
This is the new X-ray room.
It's definitely new. I don't recognize it. No.
And this is a
patient. He fell from a tree.
Oh,
So,
yeah, I heard about him. I think he broke a little bone.
Yeah. Here's the X-ray, Grandma.
there's the X-ray.
The X-ray, I saw it.
This is his arm.
And he broke his radius now.
Yeah. So both bones are broken. Antebrachial fracture,
Yeah.
Part of the hospital upgrade is the new X-ray, and it's making the life of the medical staff much easier, and it helps us a lot with giving the right treatment for patients. In fractures, when it's dislocated, we have to pull. Before we just pulled and didn't really know how the bones look like, and now we know exactly how to pull. And also when we pulled, we make another X-ray and see if it's sufficient enough, and if not, we just pull again. And before we actually never pulled again, and now we do that quite often, so the outcome of the fractures and the functionality for patients is much better afterwards. Yeah, we feel both really blessed that we can be here and play like this small part in this really big, amazing story what's going on here. It started years ago with Dr. Lin and Dr. Peter. They came here, and it's still going strong, this project, and it's changing lives of the people who are coming here, the volunteers, but a lot of patients. We are serving a lot of patients in this area, and that's just amazing. And the hospital upgrade is just a really big, amazing chapter of that story, and it's making the hospital beautiful and really practical, and we have amazing new services. Physiotherapy is one of them. It's amazing what you can do when you work together, sharing your passion and sharing the vision and just building something like this. And we thank God for His big blessing, because He blesses us every day. Kapuna is all about that, so that's amazing. We are really thankful for that.
We're just going into the postnatal ward
Postnatal ward.
And
a few babies around.
the
Oopsie.
ladies have their baby.
Let me look inside one.
Here.
Yeah. Hello, hello. It's nice. What's the baby's name? No, Equina.
Brinlet.
Do you want to pray for the baby?
Baby, for the little baby, Lord, pray a blessing on him. As he'll grow up to be a Christian and know you and love you and serve you. Then go to heaven and enjoy heaven, oh baby. Amen.
Mum, we're in the delivery room now, and this is Sister Ruth, and she's about to check the blood pressure. So this is the same old bed that you delivered all those babies on. So,
That's good. I'm glad you haven't thrown it away.
yeah, some things are still the same.
So my name is Sister Ruth Bubura, and I am actually from here, and I've actually living here for more than 30 years, because I was born here and I trained here in the old hospital, and after that I've worked here since 1987. And straight after the delivery, we have this ward now. Before it was very crowded and the rooms were not so good as this. And these are more rooms than what we had in the old hospitals and hospitals. And they are really enjoying themselves in this room. They're so happy.
Hello, I'm Adam Jairus. I'm the matron or patron of the hospital here at Kapuna. We have old toilets here. Sometimes our patients get hurt as they walk through this old toilet. But we are very thankful that with this new hospital, we have toilets that are in the wards. The patients are really happy and nurses are really happy. Thank you.
My name is Lucy Gawai, and I'm the principal of Kapuna State Training School under Gulf Christian Services. This is the only institution in Gulf Province, and we try our best to get as many as we can from the Gulf Province itself, the applicants that apply. So I've been here for almost 4 years now, especially with the training school, but serving Gulf Christian Services for 11 years now. So we are so thankful. With this new rebuild of the hospital, I want to say thank you on behalf of my staff and students, to the Australian government for funding the project, and above all, we want to say thank you to the Almighty God for allowing this opportunity where we can have the new hospital built. As a training school, our staff and students, we are so happy because we are now going to benefit from the hospital, especially our students. Now that we are imparting them knowledge, we expect them to practice all those skills and knowledge at the clinical setting, and especially with this new hospital, we can see a lot of changes compared to the old building. Like now we have a good delivery rooms. We have 2. There's enough spaces to cater for how many students we want in there. So they have good chances of observing complicated deliveries, and they can also participate in helping out to manage those who are going through complications like management of PPH and other complications that we face in labor ward. We are so thankful.
Thank you.
My name is Jude. Surname Sam. I was born paralyzed. I came as a child, and I was sick. When I was sick, I came here. That was an old hospital, and now I came back here as not a patient. I got a new job. I'll be working here. When this entrance finished, I'll be working here. So I'm really happy about it. Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Manu. I'm the lab manager of Kapuna. This is our new lab. I'm really excited to have our new lab. We've been working with microscope and gene expert on the other old lab, and now we have a new lab coming up, which is really been excited for us. We have new safety cabinet that we're going to operate in, so we can do all. We'll be all safe working in the lab with our new safety cabinet and in the new system that we're going to operate in.
Really big thank you to Wine and Lee. They also decided to do the market. And today's the day, it's ready. Yay!
Michael Koime, and I'm married with 4 children. I'm a pastor in Kapuna, serving here for 5 years. I came up 2015, and I'm happy to be here with what is happening. When I came up here, expecting nothing but something good is happening, that the hospital new building is coming up, and it's a blessing and it's a miracle for us that some of us didn't expect to see that we see. But we want to say thank you very much to God and the IF and the government who contributed to approve and say yes to us to have this hospital. So when you see the hospital, it's a blessing for people of Baimuru, Kikori, Iu, and even Gulf province. And it may be that our leaders from the province and the district need to see. It's a picture that we need to dream and see, hope to see our province services look like. When it's interesting and it's a blessing and so powerful that when you see up from the sky down the 3D camera, you'll see like the hospital is like a mega building somewhere around in China, but actually it's in the jungle. It's our own hospital, but we want to say thank you. That's how great our God is. And I want to say thank you to people out there who have prayed and stood with us. And we want to say thank you to everybody who contributed, volunteers and locals, to make this thing happen. It's a blessing for our generation to generation that will come after us, our grandchildren. And therefore, we want to say thank you to IF. You are a gift and a blessing from God to us, people of God Province, by Muru Iu Kikori. And we want to say thank you. Keep up the good work, and may God bless you. And as you continue to serve and help the people of the nation of Papua New Guinea. Thank you.
Lord bless you and keep you and make his face to shine upon you and give you peace.